I'm surprised I'm like even conscious right now because I kind of flexed for dinner tonight. Because my housemate, Rasika, amusingly, she's the one that works at Sprouts, and every so often she's like, "Hey, there's a bunch of stuff on sale. I'm bringing food home," which makes my life 100 times easier. And she shows up coming home from work yesterday, and she's like, "Yeah, I got like 5 pounds of pork chops and 2 pounds of ground chicken because I know you use that, and I got us some sirloin steaks, and then I bought like." I bought a head of cauliflower for 49 cents, and here's like 6 pounds of vegetables, and I spent $41, and I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Because this is how we keep everybody fed, is that we do the sale thing, and I flexed today, because I'm like, I'm going to bake some potatoes in the air fryer, and I'm going to roast some asparagus in the oven, and then I'm doing sirloin steaks, because that's just how I do. That's just how I do here. If anybody ever comes to visit me, I am going to feed you, and then you're going to be like, how often do you eat like this? And I'll be like 4 or 5 times a week, and then you'll be sad that you can't move in. Lately, the only time I'm like, nah, I'm not cooking tonight, is if it's like, okay, I'm not cooking tonight because the fridge is already full of leftovers, please eat the leftovers.
What's this?
Oh, I am nowhere near this thing. I just kind of, like, I'm sure I'm not the only one who's like this. I just kind of started schmoovin', and, like, I started, like, really feeling myself with, you know, effectively getting to be Spider-Man. And I started following the shiny lights of Spirit Birds, and then before I knew it, I was nowhere near where I needed to be. I can't be the only one who does that.
No.
I like to call it Spider-Man Shiny Syndrome. Oh, I'm so excited for Sunbreak. I'm so absolutely ready for it.
Me too.
It's funny because, like, I was kind of the same way with the lead up to Iceborne, where I keep thinking about the features I want in a new Monster Hunter game, and then Iceborne came out, and I promptly forgot those discussions for 2 years. Like, don't get me wrong, there are still features of World and Iceborne that I miss. I think that, like, I actually liked the complexity of the endemic life in World a little bit better. Because there was endemic life that you had to use on the spot because you couldn't uproot parts of it. There was endemic life that is as we know it now, but then, this is the amusing part, there was endemic life that you could stick into your slinger because everybody had effectively a slingshot, and you just fired it at stuff. And bow users, Michelle's probably going to be like, she jumped in because she knew what I was about to talk about. Bow users had a special move called instead of the Dragon Piercer, it was a supplement to the Dragon Piercer called the 1,000 Dragons, where you would take your entire clip's worth of ammo for your slinger and put it on the end of an arrow, and therefore you would end up, like, firing the Dragon Piercer and your entire clip in a single shot. And if you made that connect, it was nuts how much damage you dealt. There was also the fact that the endemic life that you could fire in your slinger, there were like Finn said, wet moss. It was just water elements, and if anything was fire based or had fire attacks or lit itself on fire, you could just put it out. There was like glow moss that when you fired it against a wall, it just put like this big old splat of bioluminescent pink goo that stayed for up to 50 minutes. Which doesn't sound like a big deal, but when you can literally change the map for the entirety of a hunt, kind of a big deal. I miss the 16-man raids, because there were 16-man hunts. You split up into 4 groups of 4, but the fact of the matter remained, you were all going for the same goal, which was amazing. And then there's one thing that I pray comes back to Sunbreak. That was in Iceborne, and it was a locale called the Guiding Lands. And the Guiding Lands was every biome linked together, all 5 maps, kind of mishmash together, and random monsters would pop up. They'd stay for a random amount of time between 10 and 80 minutes, and if you hunted everything on the map, more monsters would just show up, and all you had to do was go back to base every so often and check in with the handler, and you would get rewards as if you had hunted that monster on an actual quest, but then you could just immediately go back to hunting. And if that sounds amazing and awesome, that's because it was. Just like me knocking out Baroth right there by, you know, landing on him. Was that a little arrogant? Probably. Did I deserve it? I knocked him over. What more do you want from me?
Does the train deserve it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then I sharpened my hammer, and now I have infinite sharpness for 60 seconds. Because, you know, I have to sharpen my gun.
Uh-oh. Oh, I'm alright.
I'm alright. That did nothing.
Yeah, that did fuck all. I'm used to that hitting for like half my health.
Oh, please let me start sliding. Slide, 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 slide. Sias, slide.
Yeah, got them all.
So Hammer has a move that you can do that if you're charging your hammer, like charging a swing, but then you start sliding, when you release the charge, you leap in the air, but you're spinning end over end with the hammer, like Sonic the Hedgehog. And yes, you will hit as many times as that hammer contacts a monster.
Don't take this personal. It's all over for you.
Oh, come on. Why you always yelling at me?
Because he ain't dirty enough. That's why he came up here.
Here it comes. It's up to something.
I now remember why I was so insistent on evade extender with the hammer. Because it's otherwise very, very, very slow. Oh, did you not like that, son? Was that displeasant for you? Yeah, that sucks.
Oh, ow.
I'm so ready to hit you in the head. I'm so ready. I'm charging. I've got my Silk Bind ready to go. I just need you to sit still long enough for me to do this.
Did you hit him?
That's sleep. That is sleep.
Oh shit! Alright. Where are my bombs? There's my bombs. Hey, buddy.
I will be more than happy to wake this boy up.
All you.
Yep, just let me charge up. Oh my god, look at the it's spinning. It's spinning while I charge.
Take me off now.
Oh my god, that was perfect.
What'd you do? How much?
I didn't get hit by the explosion as I went up, so I got to finish my attack. The thing that woke it up was a bomb, which means it took double damage from the bomb. So the bombs alone were 1,050 damage, and then I landed in 2 hits for 160 a hit.
Yeah, I think he's gonna feel that one in the morning.
I'm so happy I pulled that placement off. Because that's the beautiful thing about the hammer, is that, yeah, I have really good Silk Bind attacks, but I can use the hammer's charge to also charge the Silk Binds. Oh, cool, it does have little fire explosion animations. Beautiful. Oh, nice part break. Oh, that was an arm.
Yo, you cat.
Heel Cat singing us the song of his people.
Are you ready?
Oh,
Oh, we got a mountable.
God, is
In
there
the wall?
anybody nearby?
Nope, they're on the other side of the map.
Challenge accepted.
And you're taking them. All right. I'll just
Challenge accepted. Hey, Rathian, get fucked.
You do that. I'm just gonna do this.
And then we're gonna hop over to Rathian because because Baroth is weak to fire, and I can, you know, I got fire with Rathian. There we go, Fireblight. It's all good. And now I also have poison.
Oh, he's also down.
And now I wait, and now I go in, and more damage! Ugh. Sorry, Rathian, but you kind of got in the way there. And here comes Scott. It's having a bad time. It is definitely having a bad time.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we took a few extra minutes because we got distracted by shinies, but then we got started, and this has gone like clockwork.
Any last words? Don't take this personal.
You know what? Understandable. Have a nice day.
Start begging for mercy.
Alright, now I and my infinite sharpness are gonna break your toes. Mooney's not here, so somebody has to go after the toes. Toes!
No more holding back.
That was kind of awkward. It died as I was on my way up from my big silk bind slam. And I'm just like, where am I gonna land?
On its corpse!
Okay.